games and all this other shit. It ain't for me. I could care less about it. That one, I think they did. Did I bump into one that was actually mandatory? Yeah, one of it was definitely mandatory, and I hated it. It sucked, man. God, that's just. What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Get Hype Gaming. I'm your host, Ja. And today we're going to review Final Fantasy Rebirth. Before we get into that, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep showing love. It's been a wild 2 weeks. Sorry, I had a baby that came out 2 weeks ago, so I've been on hiatus for a couple of weeks. So I'm back. I'm also backed up, no Diddy with games. I have a couple of games lined up: WWE 2K24, Rise of Ronin, and MLB The Show 24 also on deck. So be on the lookout for that. But let's get right into Final Fantasy Rebirth. Now, if you're not familiar with this game, don't feel bad. Neither am I. I'm not into those JRPGs. But I will say I did play Final Fantasy Remake, which is pretty much the reboot of the original Final Fantasy games. I will say though, like, that game got me into playing those Final Fantasy games now that you could. It's more like a hack and slash and more action based game now. So it has RPG elements, which I enjoy. That got me back into it. Like that game got me playing Final Fantasy 15, which I love. Pretty much one of the, like, could have been one of the games of the year for me actually for last year. But I had so much fun playing that game, and Final Fantasy, it's credited to the Final Fantasy remake, I would say. So now that I'm playing Reboot, I'm over 20 hours in, almost completed the game. It's a pretty good game. It's a fun. Again, the story. Like, if you play the original one, the story doesn't really change. It did a little. Well, to me, it has it. Again, I haven't. I'm enjoying the story, but I'm not invested in it. It's not like. It's it's a little bit too woo woo for me, but it's still fun. And this is one of the games I really don't play for the story. I actually like the combat. I enjoy the side missions. Is actually pretty cool. A little bit too repetitive for my liking, but it's still overall a good game. It's fun. It's a lot of tedious working, but it's still, for some reason, it comes together well, and I enjoy it. I will say that I did come up with some graphical bugs. Wasn't my thing. The game, I know a lot of people credit it for being a beautiful game, and at moments, especially with the characters, it looks gorgeous. But some of the environments ain't hitting for me for some reason. It really, I think it's a more like early stage PS5 games where it's just, guys are trying to figure out the technology behind it. So don't get me wrong, it's a good looking game, but as far as like everybody's saying, it's a great looking game, I don't see it. I only see it within characters. Some environments look better than others, but it didn't really hit like that for me. Again, the story, it's not, it's fine, you know what I mean? It's one of those, again, I'm not an anime kind of guy. I don't like those over exaggerated stories, but again, I enjoy it. I'm not invested. I'm more invested with the gameplay and like finding ways to build up my characters. So it's a fun game. It's gonna be one of my shortest videos because there's a lot of videos I gotta get into. So I didn't rush through this game. It took me a while to get where I'm at right now, but I'm mostly playing a lot of side missions. I'm enjoying that more than the mainlining the story. I don't know, maybe I'm just a completionist like that when it comes to this game. I'm really not in other games, but for some reason I'm enjoying myself more with the side missions. I don't like the card games in this, like the stupid like board games and all this other shit. It ain't for me. I could care less about it. The one, I think they did I bump into one that was actually mandatory? Yeah, one of it was definitely mandatory, and I hated it. It sucked, man. God, that shit sucked. But other than that, the game is fine. It's fun. I know people, if you're geeked out about Final Fantasy, this is the game for you. I highly recommend it for you guys. For me, on the get hype scale, I give it a 3 out of 5. It's a get moderately hype game. There's, the game came out in February. It's very rare that you get great games out of the, early in the year. I started seeing a pattern of it though, but this is one of the good ones. I don't think this will be on my list of game of the year. I think this would be, again, I'll keep playing. I have, like, usually what I do with game of the year, I go back sometimes and see where I'm at with it. But I'm just having fun. I'm playing the game just like I'm just having fun. I mean, I'm not trying to I'm not invested in none of these characters. I'm just playing the game as is to me, and I'm having fun. And again, 3 out of 5 is not a bad game. It's a moderately hype game. Enjoy it. I know people are gonna love it. They probably give it a 5 out of 5. But for me, who's a casual Final Fantasy guy, I still think 15 is far superior. But this is fine. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure people who like it love it, and I can see people who just don't like it neither. But for the most part, enjoying it. It's a fun game. It's good, right? So again, keep liking, keep subscribing. This is your boy Macho, aka Ja. Get Hype Gaming. I'm out.